Coal prices continue to rise. The advancement of the domestic anti-excessive internal competition policy, which has led to efforts to address the issue of excess production inspections in the domestic coal sector, has resulted in some coal mines reducing production in the second half of the year to meet their annual production targets based on approved capacities, as they had engaged in overproduction in the first half. Consequently, the overall coal supply in the second half of the year is expected to decline, both sequentially compared to the first half and year-on-year compared to the second half of the previous year. Against this policy-driven backdrop, two key expectations are being considered in August. Firstly, prior to the current peak summer demand period, market expectations were pessimistic, with only power plants replenishing their inventories, while non-power sectors held back. However, as the summer peak season concludes, the demand for resuming production during off-peak periods in non-power sectors is set to increase. This, coupled with proactive inventory replenishment, is expected to drive up coal prices, although this scenario must take into account the potential spillover effect of long-term agreements after the peak electricity consumption period in the power system. However, it has been learned that recently, with the progress of the policy on inspecting excess production at production sites, the reduction in coal supply has led downstream power plants to actively fulfill their long-term agreements, thereby weakening the issue of long-term agreement coal spillover. Secondly, overall thermal coal consumption in the second half of the year is projected to be higher than in the first half. Given the expected decline in supply sequentially, market expectations remain strong. Therefore, the outlook for the entire second half of the year can be viewed with optimism, with coal prices anticipated to continue rising in the near term.